Two or 3 years ago, we noticed a real increase in both the volume and the speed of vehicles coming through Pannal. It was being used as a rat run by vehicles in rush hours. So we decided we need to do something about it. The parish council threw its weight behind the idea. We approached North Yorkshire Police. They trained a number of volunteers to use the radar gun. And we started recording the details of vehicles that were speeding through the village. These were passed on to the police, and the police then get in contact with the offending vehicles.
Well, what I saw when we first looked at Community Speed Watch is what Hampshire did in terms of that programme. And we've then been around the country to look at other community speed watches, and how we've set it up is that communities themselves identify the fact they want to be involved, but we also look at the data and statistics around the roads they're going to monitor. So we're actually trying to direct them towards locations where we've got evidence to show that there is some issues, but as a result, it might not trigger some of the enforcement campaigns that we do, because as you know, we've got 6,000 miles of roads and an awful lot of locations to cover. So we get a parish council to express an interest. We then do some research and data logging, which gives us figures around the road usage and speed usage, and we work as a partnership, 95 Alive, which is North Yorkshire's road safety partnership. We're working with the Fire and Rescue Service, the County Council, the City Council. We acquire that data, we find the locations. Then of course we have to train the community, so they have to be trained. It's not an extensive training programme, but it's about safety and about appropriateness. And then we've also got in our traffic bureau staff who administer the scheme, support the letters, so the whole thing I think runs fairly smoothly, and of course the outcome we're after is reduced speed on the roads and to improve the safety. So the benefit of actually running the pilot in North Yorkshire and then evaluating that and then taking the best practices, we believe we've got one of the best and most up-to-date community speed watch programmes in the country, and we've got an awful lot of communities who are now interested in picking up on being part of this programme.
So we're very pleased to be in Pannal today launching the Community Speedwatch scheme. This is the first sort of permanent project in North Yorkshire, and then we're going to be rolling it out across the whole of North Yorkshire. And here in the Harrogate area, in my last consultation for the Police and Crime Plan, residents in the Harrogate borough were very clear that road safety was one of their top priorities. So I'm really delighted to see this scheme take root here in Pannal and see how effective it's been. I'm sure we're going to have lots of villages like Pannal and other areas wanting this scheme, and indeed in the pilot we ran in the Harrogate borough area, it was extremely popular. So if you're interested in it, you can go to North Yorkshire Police's website and you can find out more details, and there's a form there you can fill in and try and get involved.
What we've seen here as a result of the work that the Pannal Community Speedwatch programme has done is that in the first instance we were seeing figures between 7 and 9% of motorists were exceeding the speed limit on these roads that they were monitoring. As a result of the programme and the work they've done, the letters have gone out, that over recent weeks has reduced to 1%. Now that's a marked reduction, and if you think that might have prevented incidents or accidents occurring, that's a saving to the community, obviously from a social and welfare perspective, but it's also a saving on the national purse as well, because some of these people might have ended up in hospital or requiring treatment. So the benefit, the community doing their bit for roads in their area, plus the fact that if we see similar reductions across the county and the city, that's got to be good news for everybody.
We've noticed a dramatic reduction in speeding vehicles. In any 1 hour, there were about 20 vehicles that were going well in excess of the speed limit. After just a week or two, that had dropped to a handful, and by the end, we were talking about 1 vehicle per hour was speeding. So it's been a huge reduction in speeding.